Hey everyone, welcome to Inside Business Today. Today we're exploring how innovative software is transforming the hospitality industry, helping property owners focus on what matters most, their guests.
We're so excited to welcome James Mayfield, founder and CEO, Nathan Mayfield, president, and David Mayfield, hospitality business expert and principal of ResNexus. They're here to discuss how they're elevating industries one business at a time. Welcome to the show, gentlemen. Nice to see you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Really exciting. I mean, I love what you guys are doing. I love the story. It's really fascinating how you guys started. And James, you started the company many years ago, and you talk about why you did it and how you did it, and how it was a rough go at first.
Yeah. I really had some great jobs at the start, but at the end I decided I wanted to go on my own, use my talents for my family pretty much. But yeah, there were some tough times. My wife was super supportive. We ate a lot of tuna fish. Yeah. To make ends meet, I sold a vintage '68 Mustang convertible that I loved. But in the end, it was wonderful to start my own software consulting business. And what we found was, we found a client that they actually had 4 hotels, and they needed a new reservation system. It was running too slowly, it was outdated. And so after we built them a new system and moved it to them, their first year, they doubled their revenue, which was incredible. Mm-hmm. And at that time, we'd gone out to other B&Bs, resorts and hotels. And when I contacted them, the overall theme was, wow, there's much more revenue. Things are going very well. The reservations are up. And that's when I decided to focus on ResNexus and to create ResNexus. And as the company grew, I invited my brothers, first David and then Nathan, to join me. And we just make such a great team. And it's such a pleasure to work together as brothers.
Nice, that's nice. A family business.
Really important question. Were you able to buy back the Mustang?
I am actually restoring a '67 Mustang with my youngest son.
Oh, very
nice.
nice.
It's taking a long time, but maybe you come out when I'm done.
You got a deal.
So, David, I want to ask you this because the hospitality industry often struggles with these antiquated systems. So what do you do to fill in that gap, right? To really help these hospitality, these hotel owners and bed and breakfast owners thrive?
Well, it's really about the guest experience and the guest being able to find what they're looking for very easily. Mm-hmm. It's something we stumbled on was we don't hide inventory when it's already occupied. So if you go to, a certain software, usually you'll find where you're looking up dates, nothing shows up. It's very frustrating for the guest. What we do is we show that it is occupied, but give them the ability to see a 90-day window of when it might be available. A lot of times these properties are very unique. The guests fall in love with certain units and rooms that they have, so it works better, and it's all about that conversion rate and making it easy for the guest.
That's a good point. No, that is a good point.
I love that.
Because we travel a lot, and I see that. Like, I travel a lot for work, and I see that, like, for instance, I'll put in a date, to your point, and you're right, it looks like there's nothing available, and then I don't even get to experience, like, what that room might look like or would look like, and so I just move on to the next hotel. Now they've just lost my business, right? Exactly. So if I had seen the rooms, then I'll even keep them in mind for the next trip.
Well, it takes the element of surprise out too, which I like. I like to know where my room is. Am I next to an elevator? Like, there's certain things that I don't want when I'm staying in a hotel. Yeah. And I think that kind of takes the guesswork out of it.
That's great.
Nathan, I want to turn to you because I thought this was really interesting. There's a lot of numbers here. And you've highlighted some of these impressive metrics for me. You've helped over 4,200 properties secure more than 2.4 million bookings last year with an average direct booking rate of 76.7%. And it was generating $1.5 billion in revenue. I mean, those are some real numbers. You're now a top-rated software in the United States, especially for campgrounds, glamping. How does ResNexus drive this kind of growth? I mean, these are incredible numbers.
I'd say the secret to our success is that we're more than a software company. First and foremost, like many of the clients that we serve, we're a customer service company. Mm-hmm. And I think with those stats, you see that not only do we provide great customer service, but our properties do as well.
I'm going to ask you another question. So I know customer service is really important to you. How do you differentiate from the competitors? And I think what you guys do, and we talked backstage, is for each client, you have 2 customer service reps assigned to that client. Explain that process to me, because that seems like it could be capital intensive.
Yeah, I think, but the main thing that we want to do with assigning 2 people is we want to make sure that we answer that phone and that they do have someone that they can call and get that support. And that's why we're more than just a software company, we're a customer support company. And I think that's the key to our success. And I know that you mentioned competitors, right? A lot of times when clients come to us, they express frustration where, hey, I had to send an email first, or I had to log into a portal and request a Zoom meeting or some other meeting before I can even talk to anybody. That's not us. Really, we try to make it as easy as we can to talk to a real live person and get your operational questions answered as quickly as possible.
In every corner of America, from the red rock deserts of Utah to the pine-covered valleys of Maine, independent businesses line our towns like sentinels of the past. They're not just buildings. They're people's livelihoods, family dreams, threads in the fabric of their communities. But for many small lodging owners, campgrounds, B&Bs, resorts, technology didn't arrive in time. They stayed focused on hospitality and fell behind on automation. And when the world changed, when the economy shifted, when guests expected more and patience ran thin, they were left exposed. Juggling manual reservations, chasing down missed payments, losing sleep to save their business, one chaotic night at a time. It was a perfect storm. And for many, it almost ended their story. But it didn't, because a quiet revolution was taking place, one that didn't come from Silicon Valley, but from Main Street values. That's when thousands of owners discovered ResNexus, a lifeline designed for them. Not for big chains, not for tech giants, but for the heart of the hospitality industry, people.
I can't remember what the system was we had before, but it was archaic and slow and confusing, and since we've moved over to ResNexus, it's like a breath of fresh air. It's just so easy to use, and it just solves all of our problems.
With a platform designed specifically for independent operators, ResNexus does what other systems don't. It simplifies reservations, automates guest communication, reduces costly errors, and gives time back, precious time. Time to breathe, time to serve, time to dream again. This isn't just software, it's preservation of heritage, of homes, of hard-earned hope. From boutique hotels in the Carolinas to RV parks in the Rockies, ResNexus is empowering thousands of businesses to meet the moment and keep Main Street alive. Because when technology meets heart, communities grow stronger. And with ResNexus, the future of hospitality feels a little more human. ResNexus, more than a software company, a people company.
I want to ask you, Nathan, because during COVID-19, ResNexus helped hundreds of properties get through that, and you did it with travel vouchers instead of refunds. Is that right? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, it's actually one of my most memorable experiences. It was about 3 days into the COVID lockdown, right?
Yeah.
And like we've mentioned, so many of our clients are small to mid-sized boutique, unique properties. And what they do is they depend on the future bookings to fund this current month that they're in. So basically what was happening is all of their guests, because it was such a chaotic time, were calling and saying, I want a refund, I want a refund. So that was going to cause hundreds of them to have to shut their door. And we've mentioned Learn, Serve, Grow. Sometimes that means doing things without being asked. And so one thing we did is, because we do built-in email marketing, we were able to set up both vouchers in the system and then email marketing to those guests. It could go out and say, hey, it's a really hard time. Will you please consider just a voucher instead of a full refund? And get the properties responded really well to it. And more importantly, the guests responded really well to that. And one of the things that we also did, I'd mentioned our customer service. Not only did we do that for them, but we called our wonderful ResNexus team and staff called individually each property, and there was about 4,000 at the time, and made sure they understood how to use those vouchers and that email, and make sure that those were in place to help them to maintain that important and crucial guest information.
James, your network spans boutique hotels, campgrounds, all sorts of hotels around the world. You guys have, you're represented in North America, Europe, Mexico, even Australia, I believe is coming up, right?
We're planning that. We're looking at that right now.
What's fueling this expansion?
20 years ago, this was always my vision. It just took us a little longer to get to international, but we have a great team in Europe, great team in Mexico. And to me, if you're not expanding internationally, you're not going to be able to compete and stay in business. And so our two focuses have been, especially in the last decade, international, but also in new industries. Fortunately, during COVID, we'd moved into campgrounds and glamping, and the B&Bs took a big hit, but the campgrounds exploded. And so we've just come out with something in the last couple of years called Book Anything, where we can go into any vertical market that we want, from, for example, dog boarding all the way to renting out hangars in airports. Wow. So if you need to reserve something, or if you offer something that needs to be reserved, ResNexus can handle that for you.
That's pretty cool. We believe in this. We think it's really important. My sister works for us. We kind of have a family business with some of our operations, and our partners in the restaurant business are a family. How important was it for you to get family involved in this? And now I think you said you have over 90 employees.
Yeah.
But I think two of the most important are on your right and your left.
I feel like family either really works or it doesn't. For us, it's always worked. His wife works for us, and she's a powerhouse.
That's awesome.
And so we do have some family, but it really works for us. We get along very, very well, and each one has different strengths, and so it's really been good for ResNexus. Honestly, if they quit, I'd probably be out of the business. Mm-hmm. So we really do enjoy working with each other, and we definitely have different talents.
You got a lifetime contract.
Yeah, so. That's what I hear.
You're not going anywhere, man. That's pretty cool.
I keep trying.
Thank you,
yeah, you guys have been
so
awesome.
much. Thank you for talking all about ResNexus. Yeah. It's fascinating what you're doing. Congratulations on just growing and growing, and we appreciate you being here.
Yeah, hope to have you back on the show again. And everyone at home, thank you so much for watching Inside Business today. Thank you, Giuliana, for being my co-host and my wife.
Thank you, honey.
And we'll see you all next time.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.